What are you going to be talking about this afternoon? Because mobile across the different sort of sectors is huge, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. What I'm going to talk about this afternoon is discuss all the trends that we see in mobile. We see a lot of things happening in mobile search, in voice search, in trends, in people that are searching more and why they're searching more, and also on how we as Microsoft are enabling those people to be more productive.
And what do you think the next trend is? Because it's moving so fast, it's almost difficult to predict, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we have big predicts, but that's another story. It's moving so fast, and what we see in a movement into more voice search. So where people used to type in their keywords into a search box, we see it evolving beyond the search box. So people using their voice, like we do with the digital assistant Cortana, or for example what Apple has with Siri, which is, by the way, also powered by Bing.
And in terms of people who are listening and taking part in these discussions here, do you think people are aware of just how powerful mobile not only is now, but is going to become? I think the figure we talked about in an earlier discussion is something like 67.1% of the entire world will be on a mobile in 2019. It's a huge number, isn't it?
Yeah, we see mobile usage, and specifically mobile search usage, we see that growing a lot. 20% year-over-year growth, with a lot of questions growing. And it is a challenge to keep up with that, especially for marketeers, because there's so much relevant data, we can be so much more relevant. And it's not about just mobile as a mobile device, but it's mobile as the mobility of experiences. So not just a mobile phone, but also, for example, your sports band, the Microsoft Band, or the HoloLens. Everything is evolving, and people are using that throughout their lives.
And what do you think then? It's difficult to gaze into your crystal ball. I know it's something you do as a company, but say, I don't know, this time next year when we're talking here, hopefully, at Advertising Week Europe 2017, what do you think we'll be seeing then? I mean, it's moving so fast.
Yes, well, we will see a lot more from digital assistants, like I mentioned, Cortana. People getting used to more and more using the digital assistant, not just on our devices, but across all devices and all services. And we see also that the search queries that because the people tend to have very long search queries when they're talking to their device, that it will be more and more tailored, and that marketeers are getting more understanding of how they can use that into their marketing campaigns.
And how important is it for you to be at an event like Advertising Week Europe, where there are the big movers and the shakers are here, but people have time to listen and to talk about what the trends are, rather than just having sort of nose to the grind and doing the day-to-day job?
Yeah, well, I think it's very important to to have the bigger picture. And especially within Microsoft, now that we're really taking off as being, the only search engine that has been growing 26 quarters in a consecutive row. We're really taking off in Europe now. So this is where we also have all these consumer insights from Bing Insights. So we can basically predict consumer behavior, which is interesting for every marketer, of course. So it's good to take a step behind and to look at the bigger picture and to then do a deep dive again tomorrow morning.
And do you think your biggest market, or the biggest market, is going to be the millennials, the younger people, or are we talking about people who are 50 plus, who are really going to get into mobile in a big way coming in the future?
Well, specifically talking about mobile, we see the mobile usage is more than 60%, for example, is women. 50% is below 35 years old. So we see a particular audience, of course. But if you talk about voice search, that's not just the mobile, right? We also have voice search in Windows 10 and integrated in our PCs. So this is also where also the older people are using it. So it's kind of mix of the audience. Where we see it, if we look at it next year from now, if we look back, that will be more spread across every audience.
Well, look, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us on Advertising Week Live this week. Best of luck with your talk, and be fascinating to see what's going to happen around the corner. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Okay, well, of course, you can catch Mascha's talk and everything else online. Get in contact with us, #AW Europe. The conversation will be going on over the next 4 days.